Hello dear Ayurveda enthusiasts, and welcome to my channel Vanishri Ayurveda. Thank you for all the subscribers who have subscribed to my channel. Please continue your support and your love and keep watching my videos. Today we are going to talk about Ayurveda for emotions. Ayurveda talks a lot about emotions, and it says that our body and our mind are very deeply connected. And because they're very deeply connected, they affect each other quite a bit. So if your mind is stressed out, if you're having a lot of emotions in your mind, it's going to affect your body. Vice versa, if your body is stressed out, your mind is going to be affected. Now let's look at how Ayurveda looks at emotions. Ayurveda says emotions should always be flowing. So your emotions should always be flowing like a river. Anytime your emotions are stopped, so basically they're extremely powerful, and if they're stopped, they would get stagnated in your system, and majority of the times they would find a weaker spot or a weaker organ. Now as per Ayurveda, there are some organs that are associated with some emotions. Now let's look at anger or frustration. Usually anger or frustration in Ayurveda is related to the fire element, right? You get angry because there's so much heat, fire in you, right? So this usually would affect your liver or your gallbladder, and most of the times it would find the weakest spot or that organ and get lodged into that organ. I know it might sound bizarre, but this literally happens. The next emotion is fear or worry. Usually fear would affect your kidneys or urinary bladder. Fear is something that is a vata type of emotion in Ayurveda. So it's majority of the times air and ether element. Because of the air and ether element, it just goes up in your mind and causes this fear. It can be fear of anything, fear of unknown, fear of places, fear of certain things, or fear of dreams, things like that. And it could certainly affect your kidneys or urinary bladder. Let's look at worry or stress. Most of the times worry or stress or even nervousness would affect your stomach or spleen. There is a disease in Ayurveda called as Shoka. Shoka means if you're worrying or you're in a lot of grief, that patient might have diarrhea, or in general they might have stomach pain. So that literally indicates that your emotions are so deeply connected to your body. The next emotion we would talk about is grief or sorrow. So sadness. Usually your sadness is in this region because this is the kapha region. So it's your heart, your lungs is where the sadness would most, or grief would affect the most. Also, usually happiness and joy. If you're happy, your heart and your small intestine would be the happiest organs in your body. Anxiety can stem from various different organs. It could be lungs, liver, gallbladder, small intestine, large intestine, your kidneys, your bladder. So depending on what type of anxiety it is, because in Ayurveda everything depends on the qualities, right? So if it's a vata type of anxiety where it's like air and ether element are more in the anxiety, or if it's a fire element type of anxiety where it's converting into irritation, frustration, right? So it's very important to pinpoint what type of anxiety it is, and then we can correlate to what organ it's stemming up from or what organ it might affect. Now, what can you do and how should you deal with your emotions? It's very important to know the right way to deal with your emotions, and we are going to talk about that in our next video. So little tips and tools on how to deal with your emotions, also being aware of them, would be the first step. Okay, so stay tuned and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.